Hi, my name is Emily Barnard and welcome back to my channel. In 2026, I thought I would take some time to go through some quick and easy eye looks that you can use for going to work or going out, but don't take a lot of effort, and that you can produce easily. So for today, I'm going to be using a couple of products, namely an eyeshadow base, an eye pencil, and an eyeshadow palette. I've got a combination of brushes I will use to do that, but first I'll get started with a little bit of eyeshadow base and a fluffy concealer brush. So I like to just buff this in, up towards the brow, and then out just past the eyebrow. If your edge looks like it's a little bit harsh, because I tend to use one that's got a little bit of colour, I will take it gently in towards the nose, and I'll do that on both sides. If it looks like it's too harsh, again, I just soften out the edges. So I'm going to be using the Eye of Taurus Goddess Pencil in brown. And the very first thing that we do, and this has got a smudger on the end as well, is I'm just going to go through and get my base down. So I'm going to take this as a liner through to the outer corner, and then I'm going to soften it out. Doesn't need to be super precise, so I've just taken it like a winged liner, and then I'm just going to use a smudger end. So don't mind about the shape, we'll clean that up in a moment. The reason I like this particular pencil is it's really super pigmented, it glides smoothly, but it does dry quickly, so you do have to smudge it quickly. Right, so smudger. And then so from here I normally grab a fluffy brush, and then I'll grab an eyeshadow palette that's got complementary colours in it. So I'm going to use this dark brown down the bottom just to help diffuse out that line a little bit. And so what I do is I literally just take it over the top of that liner, and again, doesn't need to be super precise, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm just wanting to soften out that liner a little bit. So this just builds up the base for a beautiful smoky eye. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the same brush, and I'm going to use this this shimmery color here, and I'm going to build a beautiful smoky eye out of this without much effort. So you're just going to go through and we're going to take that over the top. And this is what I mean about it not needing to be super precise, because as you go through and you take that shimmer over the top, it sort of erases. Let's just do the same thing on the other side. So I just make sure I take it over the eyeliner as well. Now, if you want to soften it out a little bit, you can go through with a skin tone color on the same brush. So I'm just going to do that. Just going to pick up a little bit more of that shimmer because I've gone a little bit heavy with that paler color. Alright. Then from here I'll pop on some mascara, and then I'll clean up the eye so to redefine the shape a little bit. So I'll just use my mascara. So on this side, I've dropped a little bit more eyeshadow eyeliner than I would have liked, so it's not quite as clean as this side. And to fix that up, I'm just going to use a Q-tip with a little bit of micellar water. So I'm just using the pointy-ended one. And I just literally just use the pointy end and I drag it in the direction I want that eye look to go. I'm just going to sharpen up the other side a little bit as well. And so just to really complete the look, I'm just going to use that same eye base and that slime concealer brush. So I've got a little bit of darkness under my eyes at the moment. I'm just going to use a little bit of that same product just to help lift that. So I've just concealed under the eyes a little bit, which helps make the face look a little bit more put together. And because it's so hot here today, I'm not going to do an awful lot more with my face. But just to finish the look, I'm going to pop a little bit of brow product through. This is a Peri Pera Speedy Skinny Brow Mascara in Cool Grey. And then the other thing I'm going to put on today, just to tie everything together, is the Essence Line and Stain in shade Make a Mauve. That's it. That's my finished look. Hope you have a wonderful day.